Hi, I'm Dawn with Name in the Frame, and in this video edition we're going to talk about how you actually print out all these great prints. First of all, we have two different styles of prints here at Name in the Frame. The first format is a PDF format that's printed out with Adobe Acrobat Reader. The second is a JPEG format that is printed out through any standard photo program. First, let's talk about the JPEGs. A few of our files, notably our NBA locker room scene, our action hero shot, and the PGA golf prints are all JPEG formats. And the software that you need to print those is any photo software package. Most computers come with a standard Windows Media Viewer, but I've heard reports that that probably isn't the most easy program to use to increase it to the 11 by 14 size that we need to print. Since every printer of the Epson 1400 comes with Adobe Photoshop Elements absolutely free, that's the software that we recommend that you install on your computer to print out the JPEG images in our collection. But really any photo programming will work. Now, if you've printed these before and printed our PDFs, normally when you click on a file in PDF, it just immediately launches the program, comes onto the screen. JPEGs are usually different. When you go to click on download, you'll see an option of open or save. If you click open and nothing appears to happen, then you're going to need to save the file. Just go ahead and save it anywhere you wish, the desktop, a nearby folder, documents, wherever you know where the file is. Then we suggest that you just keep a program like that, Adobe Photoshop Elements, open all the time in the background of your computer. When you're ready to print a JPEG, simply click on Adobe Photoshop Elements and click File, Open. Then you'll be able to navigate to the saved picture. Printing from there is also very simple. Once that picture is open, you simply do File, Print, or use the print shortcut command, whatever the easiest way for you to go ahead and just print. The print area is going to look a little different. So essentially, if you remember 3 basic rules to formatting these pictures, you should be just fine. First, you need to be able to tell it that it's printing on 11 by 14 paper. Okay. You should see that as a default pull down from any program you use, but if you don't, you may have to go to a custom and manually type in 11 by 14. The second one that you need to worry about is the actual photo type. Most printers are printing a lot of text and pictures combined, but to get the best quality, in fact I was going to say any quality, if you just leave it text, the print's going to look pretty awful. You need to actually tell your printer that you're printing a photo. So look in wherever in that print screen to tell it that it is indeed a photograph. You do not need to print best photo. We find that just wastes ink and we don't really notice any noticeable color difference. And finally, the last element is it's very important to tell the printer what type of paper you're printing. If you print on our recommended stock, it's going to be a high quality photo paper with a luster finish. If you don't see luster listed, a matte finish would work. Glossy might still work, but it is not a glossy paper. Play around with the settings within your JPEG program to see which one prints best. The other print format is PDF, and a majority of our prints come this way. To print one of these, you simply click on the download link, and unlike when it's a JPEG, the Adobe Acrobat Reader should instantly launch with the picture right there in the screen, so no additional steps are needed. From here, you simply choose File, Print. Adobe Acrobat Reader, the print menus are standard, so I can show that to you. When you first launch the print screen by doing File, Print, you'll see a little icon here of a sample of what you're going to print. Look carefully there. The standard typically is 8.5 by 11. That should be your signal that you need to go into the properties and change the print settings. So, click Properties, and a new box launches. Again, you only need to worry about 3 elements, so there's lots of things you can change on this page. From the top row, you need to choose Photo. From the paper size, you need to choose 11 by 14. And from the paper type, you need to choose the premium photo paper that ends in luster if you use the paper by our recommended suppliers. Now, a little side note, if you do use the Trio bulk ink system and you start to notice any little slight color difference. Now if you notice a drastic color difference, that could actually be a problem with one of your tanks not firing properly. But just overall, if the color is not what you would expect, then you need to install the ICC profile. Okay, I know it's a term I don't understand either, but it's something you need to have Adobe Photoshop Elements installed, and it's a little install. I know at the Myers Paper website, under the Ink tab, and once you go to the Trio inking system, all the directions and the ICC profile are able to be downloaded from there. What that does is it actually matches the paper chemistry with the ink, so you get that perfect color match. So if you start to have issues, that ICC profile is important. But once you have those 3 elements set, you just are ready to go on to the next screen and actually print it out. It really is that simple. Thank you for joining us on this video edition, and as always, happy selling!